All right, folks, I'm going to do a tutorial here on making email sequences for whatever it is that you're trying to communicate or nurture your leads about. So I'm dealing with leaky gut syndrome. So let me share my screen and show you what I did. And so I went to ChatGPT and I just basically asked it, leaky gut syndrome, poor gut health, major problems, many different symptoms. What are the top 10 symptoms of leaky gut? Boom. Gave me the top 10 symptoms. Great. So then I said, of these top 10 symptoms, right? I know it affects people's quality of life. So can you give me 5 examples of how each of those symptoms affect quality of life? So for each one of those 10, it's given me 5 reasons, uh, like chronic fatigue, sleep quality. Despite feeling tired, individuals might experience poor sleep quality, exacerbating fatigue, right? So it goes into that. And then, we were all kind of taught back in school, and I remember it from being a nurse, there's something called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's like in a pyramid. And Maslow's hierarchy of needs is based on physiological is the base, safety, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. So I then just asked ChatGPT for all 10 of these things and the 5 problems underneath them, give me an example of how this affects their life based on Maslow's 5 levels or hierarchy of needs. And it did that. So I am on my 10th of 10. So I thought I'd share how I did it. So this was the first part, gathering all this information. And then I had I've got a document here where I kind of laid out the idea of what I was doing. And each time I would just duplicate this and then change it to the next one. So I'm on brain fog now, but this is what I made out and then just copied it over and then I'll rewrite over it. So um, the idea is to create an email sequence based on most common complaints of those suffering with leaky gut. And then I went in and basically explained how, their symptoms and the hierarchy and all that. So so what I'll do now is I'll go back to ChatGPT because I have to replace this. This is all for headaches. So I'll go back to ChatGPT. I'll keep it kind of standard, and I pick up brain fog here, and I copy that. And I'm coming back to my document. Here's the boring part, just moving everything over. I got to get rid of that too. Okay, so then it goes into the symptoms. So I got to come back into ChatGPT and go to the brain fog symptoms. Pull those. Come back here and putting those in there. And now we're coming back down to the Maslow related. Brain fog. Okay, so now I'm going to grab these. Copy those and write them over this. Right. Then I'd already made my prompt, right? So based on things I said, write an email based on the following information designed to educate people who opted into an online ad for a doctor who successfully treats and repairs leaky gut syndrome. The goal is to be empathetic and understanding and how the condition truly affects their lives. They are not aware it is correctable using natural approach. And then, leaky gut syndrome, also referred to as this. Each symptom is associated with a symptom, quality of life, Maslow, the same thing. So here's my prompt. So then I take my prompt and I left myself directions after the prompt. I'm going to put in all this information up here. So I copy my prompt. And because I want to keep it open, I'm using Gemini for the other side. So you'll see I have all these from today. And I'll start a new chat and I'll put my prompt in. All right. Then I need to add the other stuff. So I'll come back to my document and I'll come back up here and I'll grab all the the information from ChatGPT that I compiled here on brain fog. I'll copy that and I'll put it into Gemini and let it do its thing. So I'm trying to do these all exactly the same. I'll be able to refine them, ask for more detail, and could probably come up with multiple sequences for an entire year on leaky gut if I needed all that. So now I'm going to take this email that I wrote. You know, we can read it, but it works. Once you try this, you'll see these emails are pretty good. So I'll copy that, bring it back here, and I will write over after my prompt. I'll write over where the email should go. Right. But knowing you have to connect with people, I asked, provide 5 more ominous subject lines. So I'll just copy that, come back to Gemini, put that in, paste it, and I'm going to get 5 more copy lines, 5 more subject lines. Do that, copy. And now I have 10 emails with a 10 email sequence with alternate subject lines that I can now refine and make more powerful, stronger, whatever approach I want to get on. I hope this was helpful. This is what I call an MVP tutorial, minimal viable product. The shortest distance between 2 lines based on my knowledge level. And like Billy says, I'm just unaware of how to do this a little more efficiently, but I hope this helps. Take care. Peace.